Hey, it's Buckhead from the new 98.7 Amp Radio, sitting here with my boy B.O.B in the building.
Yeah, man.
This is how we do it. And then, like,
Oh,
we came up with that right before we did this. So do you prefer to be in the southern regions, or do you like being up in Detroit and performing for your fans up north?
I find that everywhere, like for example, when I come up north, the response that I get is always surprising because it's a very good response,
sure,
an overwhelming response. So that kind of lets me know that the music is kind of, don't really have like a regional barrier around it.
Good is good no matter where you are, is what you're saying.
Exactly.
Right, that's right. And let's talk about Strange Clouds for a second. So how many collaborations do you think you have on this? I'm talking about the album that's supposed to be coming out. You did say it was Strange Clouds, right?
It is, you're right.
Yeah, the album is.
Yeah.
Next year, though. But let's talk. So let me talk about the album that's supposed to be coming out. Of course, Strange Clouds, the single. But how many collaborations do you have on the album that's supposed to be coming out?
Well, some of that is very classified information.
You can't tell me?
I will tell you.
I was gonna say I thought we were boys.
I will tell you. Andre's on it.
Nice.
Yes, he's on it. He did bless my album.
Nice.
And of course, Tips on it.
Okay. Okay.
And that's about as much as
that's
I
all
can
you'll
say. That's as much as I can say.
Okay. Okay.
I got surprises, man. It's like a movie.
Yeah.
You don't want to just tell all the movie. You know what I mean?
And now when you've got that, when you're working on that and you're bringing in collaborations, will it change between now and the album release, or is it pretty set in stone right now what you're going to do?
It's kind of like, I have a plan, and I plan on sticking with that, but I'm still open for adventure. You never know what may happen.
So if I wanted to do a cut with you real quick, we could still sneak it in, is what you're saying?
Hey, man, we can do a mixtape if you're down, man. I'm ready.
All right. Yeah. So when that comes about, let's go back for a minute. Let's talk about Airplanes and Haley Williams. How does that, is this like, yo, I've got this girl, or does the record company say to you, you guys would be a perfect fit with each other? How do these collaborations happen?
I told Atlantic since I signed with them, I want to do a song with Paramore. And, it came in the form of that, me doing a feature with Haley. But, I was like, I have to. Like, I just have to.
Right.
And I didn't think it was going to happen in that way. It happened so big. And getting Eminem on it.
That was huge.
Everything the stars just aligned.
And so when those stars aligned and you were able to do that with Haley and Eminem, is that how the next connection takes place? Those dots start connecting and you open up for M and Jay-Z here at Comerica? Is that how that happens?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. And also, it took the groundwork, doing the mixtapes online and, building the online buzz, and when the dots did connect, it wasn't like, where'd this guy? I mean, for some people it was, for some people it was like that. everybody's not tuned into the underground world like that. But
I am. I knew about you back in the day.
Man, I've been with you since kindergarten, man.
All right, so you mentioned something very interesting. You talked about the internet buzz. You are a little bit different than some of those artists like Jay-Z who've been in the game for, I'm not calling you old if you're watching, like Jay-Z, who's been in the game for a minute. He had to go through those changes where it went from record stores to online sales. So as a younger artist, do you see internet and piracy? And I know that you've had albums leaked early or songs leaked early. I mean, what's your take on that being a younger artist?
I feel like, the internet is kind of like, okay, this is my analogy of it.
Okay.
And somebody actually told me this, so I can't take full credit for it.
But you believe in it.
But if you're listening, I gave you credit.
Okay.
Imagine like if cars could fly.
Okay. Like the Jetsons.
Exactly.
Okay.
But there's not really traffic lights and street, it's just wild. It's just everything's just going every which way.
Okay.
And that's kind of what the internet is in terms of music. It's like
it's not regulated.
It's not really things just can spill out and leak and just go everywhere. With downloading stuff online and everything. So, I feel like with technology, we have to kind of just move in this direction because it's so integrated into our lives. Pretty soon we're gonna be like checking the internet from our watches. And,
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I mean, I feel like I feel like it'll balance out eventually.
You do?
Yeah.
And it's probably, this is what I feel. And I'm not an artist, I don't know, but this is what my take on it is. You know what? When I wake up and I get upset because something I've worked really hard on leaks on the internet, I think at the end of the day, if you look at the basics of it, at least what you're doing is important enough to leak on the internet. Because what if you're making music and nobody gives a crap to leak
What if
it
it
on the
leaks
internet?
and nobody even knows it leaks?
Right. That's what I'm saying. So is it a 50-50 for you, or are you more upset?
It's 50-50. I think for me, the disappointment comes from just wanting to keep it under wraps and release it. Because, truthfully, I just wanted people to get the music so I can perform it.
Yeah,
I really,
sure.
It's just about the artist to fan relationship. But
Sure.
when it leaks out too early, it's kind of like, it's kind of like if you had a movie and a scene leaks from the movie. It's like,
Right.
damn, now I gave away the whole movie.
Right. Well, there is no town in the United States of America, trust me when I say this, that hustles harder than Detroit.
Motor City.
My Twitter blows up every day from these kids in the basement. Yo, put my song on. All day. Here's a link to my YouTube. And you know what? It's not all bad. And I'm sure they're watching right now. What is your advice for the up-and-comers as far as getting that exposure? Do they all have to find a record company? Do they all have to get discovered?
First off, if you're trying to impress me with lyrics, don't come up to me and rap Eminem's lyrics from 8 Mile, because I watched that movie. And I also listen to Eminem, so...
Yeah, and you're never going to do what he does, right? I mean, just stop. Well, you're going to be a parrot. You're going to mimic him completely, right?
But, I mean, the thing is that I feel like a lot of up-and-coming artists don't really know what they want. And this is why I say is because there's certain things that you may want to achieve that you don't necessarily need to get a record deal to do that.
Right.
You may need a record deal. You may not. You may need a distribution deal. You may not. You may need to do it independent.
Sure.
It's just you have to just know what you want and go for that.
Can what you want be, I just want to be famous, or you're saying that's never going to work? You just need to want the artistry. You need to want to be the best at what you do.
Well, if you're the best at just being famous,
Lindsay Lohan.
you could start a clothing line, I guess.
Kim Kardashian.
You could do, there's many things you could do, but
very nice. Well, hey, B.O.B, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Awesome.
Strange Clouds, make sure you get it. I see them coming in.
Strange Clouds accumulating.
There they are.
Nice effect.
Yeah, thank you so much for being with us today.
Awesome,
I appreciate it.
Yep.